How long is the waiting period for chronic fatigue disability benefits? Navigating the world of disability benefits can feel overwhelming, especially when dealing with chronic fatigue syndrome. If you are considering applying for Social Security disability insurance benefits, it is important to understand the waiting period involved. For chronic fatigue syndrome, there is typically a 5-month waiting period after your disability begins before you can receive benefits. This means that if the Social Security Administration determines you are disabled due to chronic fatigue syndrome, your first benefit payment will be made starting with the 6th full month after your disability onset date. To qualify for these benefits, you must demonstrate that your condition significantly limits your ability to work. You also need to show that you have been unable to work or are expected to be unable to work for at least 12 months. The Social Security Administration evaluates your claim through a 5-step process. This includes assessing whether you can perform your past work or any other jobs given your limitations. It is crucial to provide extensive medical evidence that documents your symptoms. Common symptoms of chronic fatigue syndrome include severe fatigue, muscle and joint pain, cognitive impairments, unrefreshing sleep, and post-exertional malaise. These symptoms must have lasted for at least 6 months to support your claim. Chronic fatigue syndrome is often described as a complex and invisible illness, which means there is no definitive diagnostic test for it. Therefore, gathering thorough medical documentation and physician statements is essential. Many initial claims for chronic fatigue syndrome disability are denied, so it is wise to be prepared for a potentially lengthy appeals process. In summary, to establish eligibility for disability benefits related to chronic fatigue syndrome, you need to meet specific criteria. You must show that your disability onset and inability to work are expected to last for at least 12 months. Remember that the 5-month waiting period applies before you can start receiving benefits. Extensive medical evidence documenting your chronic fatigue symptoms over at least 6 months is necessary. The approval process can be challenging and lengthy due to the nature of chronic fatigue syndrome and the Social Security Administration's evaluation rules. If you are considering applying for benefits, it is beneficial to work closely with your healthcare providers. You might also want to seek legal or advocacy support to help you navigate the complexities of the disability benefits system.